G'day guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and yeah, we're back with another video. Today I'll be doing, reviewing my predictions from the 2022 season. Yeah, this video is about 5 months late. I completely forgot about my predictions. I made them, I wrote them on a piece of paper, and I lost the piece of paper, and then randomly I just found it. I went, oh, why not? I'll chuck a video together about 5 months late. Sorry, this was supposed to come out about October. It's February now, and yeah, well, it's horrible, really. But yeah, yeah, we'll just be reviewing my predictions. And yeah, this might seem a little bit weird, seeing this is coming out in 2023 when this was last season. Anyway, before the season started last year, I didn't actually do a video of this, but I did do a mid-season predictions. I'm not going to say them out today, even do have them written out. But yeah, I tipped North Melbourne to come last leading up to the season, and well, yeah, that's what happened. So yes, I've got a tip already. That's okay, I guess. But yeah, pretty simple. North Melbourne were always going to come last. Yeah, I tipped them to come last, and yeah, that's exactly what happened. So yeah, good start. In terms of tips, I tipped Hawthorn to come 17th, and yeah, it was actually West Coast. So yeah, I got that one wrong. Not too bad though, just a few positions off. I mean, it's not the worst call in the world, but it was never going to be easy. Now, coming in at 16th, I tipped Adelaide, and it was actually GWS. So, yeah, that was quite a poor one. But, yeah, 15th was West Coast. Yeah, this was quite off. Seemingly they came 17th. They had a worse season than I even bought. And, yeah, Essendon actually came 15th. So, I was quite wrong there. In 14th, this wasn't a great one. Tipped Gold Coast, and yeah, Adelaide actually came 14th, and Gold Coast had one of their better seasons last season, and yeah, a few leaders really stepped up, and yeah, they played quite well. 13th, I tipped Collingwood to come 13th, and that's probably one of my worst ones. It's quite annoying. I actually thought I was tipping him way too high to come 13th, but it was way too low in the end. Better than most people would have done though, so yeah, I'll just have to take it. And Hawthorn actually came 13th, so yeah, I got that one quite wrong. About 4 or 5 spots off for the Hawks. Coming in 12th, this is probably my worst one yet. I tipped Essendon to come 12th, and as you know, that didn't happen. They came bottom 4. I was always going to tip them to not make the 8, but I wasn't expecting them to drop off the way they did. And yeah, Gold Coast actually came 12th. They were, like I said before, they had a brilliant season last season, and yeah, they'll be looking to continue that in 2023. And yeah, I tipped GWS to come 11th. That is now my worst one. They actually came 16th. Yeah, that's quite frustrating. I wasn't expecting that from the Giants. Obviously, they made the finals in 2021, leading up to 2022. They were expected to do good things, and they did not. They were horrid, and they're going to be horrid again this year. And this one I actually got correct, but I reckon more than me would have tipped this one to happen. I tipped St Kilda to come 10th, and they came 10th, so yeah, I'll take it. Correct tip. But yeah, they should have come in the 8 at the start of the season. They just dropped off significantly. And in 9th, I tipped Richmond. That wasn't a bad one, actually. Only a few spots off, so I'll take it, but not the best tip in the world. And yeah, Carlton actually came 9th. Of course, we all know what happened to Carlton last season. And yeah, hopefully it doesn't happen to them again this season. 8th, I tipped Fremantle. I thought, oh, this could be a big call, tipping Fremantle to make the 8, but I didn't tip them high enough in the end. And the Western Bulldogs actually came 8th last season, so not a bad one. But yeah, we'll see why the Dogs' call was bad soon. Yeah, I tipped Port Adelaide to come 7th. Obviously, that didn't happen. That was quite a bad tip. They came 11th. Of course, 0-5 start ruined their season quite early, and Richmond actually came 7th. So, yeah, 2 spots off for Richmond. Not too fussed about that. I tipped Carlton to come 6th at the start of last season, and it's quite frustrating. I saw good signs of him in the practice games and everything, and yeah, they actually came 9th. They dropped off big time. Brisbane actually came 6th last year, and yeah, I did quite bad with Brisbane too. Coming in at 5th, I tipped Sydney, and yeah, that didn't happen. They were pretty good, Sydney. And I had Fremantle actually came 5th, so yeah, not the best with Fremantle. Coming in 4th. I mean, this isn't horrible, but we'll see why it's horrible soon. The Western Bulldogs I tipped to come 4th. Yeah, they dropped off significantly last year, and Collingwood actually came 4th, and we know how bad that tip was. Definitely my worst on this list. Coming in at 3rd place, I have Geelong. I had Geelong, sorry. And yeah, Geelong actually won the minor premiership, as we know. So yeah, it wasn't the best call. And yeah, Sydney actually came 3rd, not 5th like I had originally tipped. And this one I got right, so I'm quite happy with that. I'll take it. I tipped Melbourne to come 2nd, and they came 2nd. So yeah, I'll take that. And yeah, coming in 1st. It was the Lions that I tipped, the mighty Brisbane Lions. They actually came 6th, so that was quite a poor call in the end. And Geelong actually came 1st, and they won the minor premiership. So yeah, 3 correct, not the best. Taking North, St Kilda, and the Demons. But yeah, quite poor. And then on the medals list, I tipped Jeremy Cameron to win the Coleman, and Charlie Curnow won the Coleman. So, yeah, not the best, but I was always going to tip Cameron to win the Coleman medal. So, yeah, I'm not too fussed about that. Brownlow, I went with a bit of a smoky. I went with Jack Steele, and if it wasn't for his injury, he would have been a better chance of making the Brownlow list, like the top 5. I reckon he probably would have made the top 5 if he didn't have that little injury. But yeah, unfortunately, did not win the Brownlow. It was Patrick Cripps, which was good to see, especially for Carlton fans, taking out 2 big medals, especially seeing they didn't make the finals. And Rising Star got this one correct, but how couldn't you get it correct? I tipped Nick Dacos to win the Rising Star, and look who won the Rising Star. Nick Dacos. Was good to see him take out the Rising Star in his first season, and he's got plenty of brilliant moments left in his football career, hopefully, at the Pies. Yeah, we'll get to the premiers. This is where the video just backfires and turns horrid. I tipped the Western Bulldogs to win the premiership, with Bont to win the Norm Smith. What was I thinking here? What was I thinking? I'm not sure why I tipped the Bulldogs. I mean, they seem like they're going to be a pretty good side coming into the season, but they just weren't. And of course, we all know who won the premiership in Geelong. Don't need to remind me. And Isaac Smith won the Norm Smith. I guess that was kind of good to see him win that. He kind of deserved one. I'm surprised he didn't win one at Hawthorn. Way better at Hawthorn he was, and much better of a chance of winning a Norm Smith at Hawthorn than at Geelong. But he won it. It's good to see. I don't mind Isaac Smith, one of the only Geelong players I don't mind. But yeah, that was the video. I'm very, very sorry for not doing this about 5 months ago. But I thought I might as well whip it together. I'm not sure if it's going to get much views or not, honestly. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the upcoming season. Practice games, the unofficial ones are underway now. And next week we got the proper practice games. And then in a few more weeks' time, the season starts, which is great to see. Should attend a lot more games too this season. And yeah, my predictions for this season will probably come out next week after the practice games. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And yeah, until then, I'll see you guys next time.